Hi students, this is Manram Krishna. Now today topic is that thousands breakdown mechanism. So in the thousands breakdown mechanism, okay. So what will happen? So we have stated topics of the thousands primary ionization coefficient and thousands secondary ionization coefficient. Okay. Now we'll go to discuss about the thousands breakdown mechanism. Okay, we know that so due to the secondary ionization process, we have in the equation, okay, when a voltage between the anode and cathode is increased, the current at the anode is given by, okay, so we have the equation. So when the voltage between anode and cathode is increased, the current at the anode is given by, so is the equation, that is I is equal to I naught e power of alpha t by 1 minus gamma of e power of alpha d minus 1. Okay, this is the second ionization process we have taken. Now, so if it is whatever the current is there, okay, if the current is becomes infinity, okay, so whatever the current is there, if become infinity, so what will happen? So the equation is became 1 minus alpha e power of d minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so if it is whatever the current is set, okay, if it is become infinity, what will happen? The equation will be like this. Okay, so here current, so you are taking as a current if goes to the infinity. Okay, if it goes to infinity, that then it will comes to the 1 minus gamma of alpha d minus 1, that is equal to 0. Here this equation, and we can easily write is that as a equation. Okay, so we can simplify this equation, that is gamma of e power of alpha d minus 1 is equal to 1. Okay, and eventually we can write this one as e power of alpha d is equal to, okay, that is it, total is equal to 1 also. Okay, so we can write this equation. So here we can say that whatever the current is there, okay, so that is gamma, this one, okay, gamma into e power of alpha d, okay, is equal to 1. Okay, so we are considered that, so whatever the value is that, so we are considering that is so equal to 1. So it is defined as, okay, so whatever the condition is there, okay, this condition is the beginning of the spark. Okay, in the ionization, okay, in the ionization process we have in the dielectric. So whatever the dielectric medium, so if it is this happen, so if in this dielectrical medium, so it will become sparks will be produced at this condition. So this will be this condition, okay, this condition is known as a thousands criterion for spark. Okay, so thousands breakdown criterion. Okay, so this condition is called as a thousand breakdown. Okay, thousand breakdown criteria. So whenever the alpha, okay, so we having the, that is gamma e power of alpha d, if it became to the 1, then this condition is called thousands breakdown mechanism. Okay, this is about the thousand breakdown mechanism. So that is, so whatever the current is there, okay, in the here we having the two electrodes, okay, anode, so anode and cathode. So here we have the electrical medium. So if it is in the secondary ionization process, whatever the current is there, okay, this current, okay, so here is the initial current, is the total current. So if it is current, it becomes infinity. So what will happen? The value will be like this. Okay, so if simplify this value, so we get this one. So if it is gamma e power of alpha, it becomes to the 1. Okay, then this condition is called thousands breakdown criteria. Okay, so this equation is called thousands breakdown criteria. Okay, so this is the thousands breakdown criteria. Okay, this equation is the thousands breakdown criteria. So you can see, so this is the equation is called Townsend's breakdown criteria. So here we are having the sum of the conditions. Okay, so what are the, so if by using this equation, okay, by using this equation we are having the sum of the conditions for that one. Okay, what are the conditions we have to discuss? So here consider that, so we have written that gamma e power of d is equal to 1. Okay, so that is the Townsend breakdown criteria. So if it is, so we are consider if the value, okay, so e power of alpha d value, okay, so greater than the 1. Okay, so if it is e power of alpha d value is greater than the 1, so what will happen? The current in the anode equal the current in the external circuit. Okay, in this condition what will happen? The current in the anode equal to the current in the external circuit, and therefore it will becomes the infinitely large. Okay, it will becomes infinitely large under the above mentioned condition, but practically it is limited by resistance of the external circuit, practically voltage drop in the arc. Okay, so here what we are saying, so if the value, okay, so it is become the e power of alpha d, that is if it is greater than the 1. Okay, if it is greater than 1, so what will happen? Anode value, okay, so anode equal the, okay, whatever the current in the anode, okay, that is equal to the external circuit. So whatever the anode current in this one, okay, so that is equal to the external circuit, and became, so it is practically not possible. Okay, so it is practically not possible. So here to limiting that, okay, so it is practically, so it not one, but it is limited by, okay, practically it is limited by using the voltage drop. Okay, so limited by the resistance of the external circuit. So due to the voltage drop, okay, that is the voltage drop of the arc also, it is limited. Okay, here I have written, so e power of alpha is, if it is become the 1, okay, if it is greater than the 1, so what will happen? The current in this anode is equal to the current in the external circuit. Okay, so what will happen? E power of alpha is if greater than the 1, okay, if then it conditions as the current in the anode equal to the current in the external circuit. Okay, so if it is theoretically I become large, okay, so the current in this circuit is become large, but so it is not theoretical, but if it is coming to the practically, okay, so it is practically, what will happen? It is practically limited by, okay, so whatever the practical conditions there, so here if it coming to the practically, so how it is having the resistance of the external circuit. Okay, so whatever the current is there, that is limited by, in practically, that is external resistance of the circuit and partially by the voltage drop in the arc. Okay, so external circuit, whatever the external circuit resistance, that is limiting the current in this one, and voltage drop also controlling here. Okay, so what here in the whatever the arc is there, okay, that arc, so voltage drop in the arc is partially controlling the limiting of current, okay, to limiting the current in the electrical material. So this is about the Townsend's breakdown mechanism. So this is it is the Townsend breakdown criteria. So by using this one, okay, so here we have the condition, that is e power of alpha d, that is greater than 1. Okay, so by using this one we having this some of the conditions. So but we having the some of the conditions are possible, that is if, so we having the 3 conditions are possible by using this one. Okay, let us see what are the conditions if it is possible. So here are the 3 conditions are possible condition, that is it is gamma into e power of alpha d is equal to 1, and gamma e power of d is greater than 1, gamma e power of d that is less than 1. Okay, these are the possible conditions of the breakdown criteria. Okay, so if it is, what will happen if gamma e power of alpha d, okay, so if it is equal to 1, okay, what will happen? So if it is greater than 1, okay, what mechanism will happen in the dielectric medium, and if it is less than 1, okay, what will happen in the dielectric? So that will be discussed now. Okay, here we are considering the gamma e power of d, okay, gamma e power of alpha d, that is equal to 1. Okay, at this condition what will happen? So at this condition, number of ions pair, okay, number of ions pair is produced, okay, whatever the ion pair is produced, that is gap. Okay, so number of ion pair produced in the gap by the passage of arc electron avalanche is sufficiently large, and resultingly positive ions and bombarding the cathode are able to release one secondary electron. Okay, so it will cause the repetition of the avalanche process. Okay, at this condition what will happen? So due to the, okay, so here we are having the positive and negative. Okay, so at this condition due to the passage of the ion, okay, so it will bombarding with the another electron. Okay, so what will happen due to the bombarding with the another electron? So it will continuously producing the number of electrons. Okay, it will causes the repetition of the avalanche break. Okay, so it will causes the repetition of the avalanche. Okay, repetition of the avalanche. So whatever it is, okay, at this condition, if it is one positive ion, okay, is bombarding with the another electron, okay, it will producing the another electrons, free electron. Okay, so by this process what will happen? Number of electrons are released. So at this condition, so here we are having the avalanche breakdown. Okay, so it will causes the repetition of the avalanche in the dielectrical medium. And so what will happen here? So here discharge will be take places by the dielectrical medium. Okay, so even though, okay, so if it is, even though if it is initial current, if it is I naught also removed, okay, at these conditions also here if it is gamma e power of alpha d is equal to 1, okay, so if it is I naught is also is removed, then only be, so it is continuously producing the avalanches there. Okay, so it's continuously breakdown in this, okay, it continuously break down in the dielectrical medium. So it is a self-sustained of the discharge. So this condition we can say that self-sustained. Okay, we can say that self-sustained discharge. Okay, repetition of avalanche and it will goes to the spark discharge. Okay, this we can say that this is the self-sustained discharge process. Okay, so here this spark input is, okay, so here whatever the condition, that is gamma e power of alpha d is equal to 1. Okay, this condition is called as a Tertiary sparking condition. Okay, so this condition is called as a Tertiary sparking condition. Okay, gamma e power of alpha d is equal to 1. Okay, this condition called as a Tertiary sparking condition. Okay, this is the one condition. So first, if it is gamma e power of alpha d is equal to 1, okay, at this condition what will happen? So if it is ion, positive ion goes to the bombarding with the another electron, okay, or atom, what will have number of electrons released, okay, so continuously bombarding with the another electron, it will take places. For this one, avalanche breakdown will appear. So it will continuously producing the, causes the repetition of avalanche. Okay, so at this point, so at this condition sparks will be produced. That sparks is called as a self-sustained discharge. Okay, it will cause the, so discharge in the dielectric. So thus discharge is called as a self-sustained discharge. So if it is in this condition, what will happen? If it is initial current also if it is removed, so that is continuously break down in the discharge. Okay, it continuously take place the discharge. So that's why, so this e power of alpha d is equal to 1. Okay, this condition, so we can call it as a Tertiary sparking condition. Okay, Tertiary sparking condition. Now let us go for another condition, that is gamma e power of alpha d, okay, greater than 1. So we are considering the another condition, that is gamma e power of alpha d is greater than 1. Okay, at this condition what will happen? Okay, so in this condition we can, so if we see the condition, okay, here what will happen? Gamma e power of, okay, greater than, so that means it is previously, that is if it is gamma e power of is equal to 1, okay, so it is avalanche breakdown is already appeared. Okay, so if it become the, if it greater than the 1, okay, so it is always, so we can say that this successfully successive avalanche train. Okay, we can say that successive avalanche. Okay, here I am written. So if it is ionization, okay, in this condition what will happen? Ionization produces the successive avalanche is cumulative. Okay, so in this condition that will happen, successive avalanche is cumulative, and this will causes the spark discharge. Okay, this will causes the spark discharge. Okay, so in the if it is coming to the equal to 1 also, it also produces the spark. So here what happen? It is continuously increasing the spark. Okay, in this condition is continuously increasing. So if it is, that is, it is already above the, okay, it will already above the, exceeds the unity value. That's why it is continuously grows the sparks discharge in the dielectrical medium. Now we'll go for the another condition, that is gamma e power of alpha d, okay, less than 1. Now we are considering the third condition, that is gamma e power of alpha d less than 1. So here less than 1, what will happen? So whatever the current is there, okay, so whatever the total current, that is number of electrons is produced in the secondary ionization process and primary. So if it is exceeds, so I naught is not, okay, so that is I values, that is not. So what will happen? I is not self-sustained. Okay, so we can say that in this condition I is not self-sustained. That means whatever the source is there, okay, so on removal of source, okay, the current I naught ceases to flow. Okay, so when I remove the, okay, the source to the dielectrical medium, so what will happen? It means the I naught goes to the, okay, flow. So the I naught current ceases to flow in the dielectrical medium. So at this condition, that is gamma e power of alpha d is less than 1. So here total current is not self-sustained. Okay, so we can say that the on removal of source, the current I naught ceases to flow in the dielectrical medium. So that is as the condition of gamma e power of alpha d less than 10. Okay, so these are the three conditions of the Tausson's breakdown initial. Okay, Tausson's breakdown mechanism. So we have studied the Tausson's breakdown criteria. So in that, what are the three conditions is possible? Okay, that we have discussed.